Okay, so today we're diving into sales reps, what's worked, what's failed, and why I lean heavily on affiliate programs instead of promising base pay to anyone anymore. Because a lot of this is just embarrassing. And I've learned a lot of lessons the hard way. Most people want a base salary and to never actually sell anything. And I don't have time, the patience, or the money to babysit sales reps. So again, this is real time, real life, part of the $0 marketing rebuild. If you don't know, my name is Chris Beecham. I own Perch Merch, which is screen printing, embroidery, promotional products. And I've spent the last 3 years losing money, and I am rebuilding it real time with you guys. And I'm going to tell you what works, what doesn't work. I also invite people to come on, tell me what's working for them. So in this 3 years, I have hired 7 sales reps. So I've had 7 total sales reps in 3 years. Now I'm kind of pivoting towards a lot of different stuff. I've hired the sales reps with base pay and got nothing in return. I've been promised the world, didn't even get a driveway. This episode is for anyone trying to grow their business without wasting time on lazy sales hires. Because this is probably my biggest point of contention right now is finding the right salespeople, because a business, especially like mine, cannot grow without salespeople. But at the same time, I am tired of losing money on salespeople. So here's my track record. It's a mess. I'm going to be honest, and some of it is even embarrassing. The first one that I hired was our inside sales rep, who actually was with me on day one of Perch Merch. What I quickly realized is he was not an outside sales rep, which ends up being fine in the long run. But at the time, I definitely thought he was going to be more of an outside sales rep trying to bring in new business. But turned out he was basically just the rain man of pricing and products. You sit him in the office and somebody walks in or somebody calls on the phone, that guy will sell them everything they need and at the right pricing, the right products, everything. But you send him out on his own somewhere to try to cold call or reach out to new people, and he's going to freeze up and it's not going to work. So he's still with me, and he is my base plus commission salary that I'll probably never get rid of. He's also been with me through the hard times. Like, I have a total of 7 in-house people, and if it came down to it, it would just be me and him. He's probably the main one that I trust with my business. He's made sacrifices along with me. He has not taken a commission at times where we can't afford it. He cares about the business. Like, that's the kind of employees you want. Because I can tell you right now, especially from past businesses, you want to find out if a employee is completely loyal to you or not, tell them you can't pay them on their payday and they need to wait a couple days or something and see how they react, because then you'll know if somebody really cares about you and the business. And I tell you, most of them don't. No matter what you think, most of them don't. It's all about the money. And I understand that too. I mean, I've lived paycheck to paycheck too, but I've had guys that have understood and taken the extra couple days, because I'm not going to write a check to somebody and have it bounce. That's not ever going to happen to me. So then I went to outside salespeople. I hired 2 base plus commission outside salespeople, and they were basically 100% outside sales. What they were doing, though, I have no idea, is probably the problem. One focused on small networking groups that met once a week, and that's really all I know is what she did for outreach. So again, nothing against small networking groups, but that's not our key demographic. That's not our avatar. If you're in a small networking group, you're usually a single entrepreneur or maybe a few employees, but you're probably not there to find a merch person. You're there as an insurance agent, real estate agent, probably a landscaper. You always have the financial advisor. I'm trying to think what else is always in there. But the cleaning company, it's just small little businesses that basically you go in there and you try to buy off of each other, and it's whatever. I'm not a big fan of it. But that was her key to success. So, and again, this is embarrassing. But if I'm paying my sales rep $3,000 a month and they're selling $2,000 a month, guess what? I'm the customer. The only person you sold is me. So after that going on for basically 6 months, had lost $50,000 between 2 sales reps, not even made $50,000 in sales. And I put an end to both of it. I put an end to all of it because, one, I couldn't afford it anymore. I was borrowing money just to pay them to not get sales. Like, I understand a month or two slow, but when I'm also saying, hey, what are you doing? Because I'm not a micromanager, which is also probably my problem. If you're an outside sales rep, I just believe that you have the hustle, the drive, and the motivation, and that money motivates you. But apparently that's not true. for all people. So, especially in the last 60 days of that, I told one in particular, I was like, hey, here's what I want you to do in the next 30 days. I want you to find this many affiliates because obviously you're not finding sales. I want you to outreach to, companies over 27 employees only. And I would like to see who you talk to, what happened in the next couple weeks. And there was like 2 or 3 weeks went by, and I asked her, and she said, she hadn't done anything because that's not really what she's going for. And I said, well, if you don't go for it, I'm going to have to take away your base. So you basically have 10 more days to figure it out and start doing it. 10 days, she didn't figure it out, didn't start doing it. So me being the nice person that I am and like getting screwed as much as I do, said, okay, let's try another 30 days. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't do this in the next 30 days, you're going to have to move to commission only because I am losing money on you. Not even breaking even. I am losing massive amounts of money on you. She was like, got it. 30 days goes by, absolutely nothing. So I said, sorry, you can stay around, but you're commission only. Here's the deal. And of course, she is going around telling everybody that I completely screwed her and that I'm a piece of shit. And that's where we're at with that. But it was definitely a hard lesson learned for me because I just realized after all of that it is not worth it. I just need to find somebody who is motivated by money because especially now that I'm doing the 10 outreaches a day thing, it's not that hard. Like I can do 10 outreaches a day and make sales and contacts, and that only takes an hour to 2 hours of my day. So if you're doing this full time, if I could do this full time, oh my gosh, we'd be in a whole different world. So the other sales reps that I have, they're all still kind of around. They just do what they do and I don't press it. And if they don't want to do anymore, that's kind of my philosophy. I have one that is a stay-at-home pet parent. Yes, I said that correct. Stay-at-home pet parent that probably sells $15,000 to $25,000 a month. And since I pay my people commissions of 15%, she makes enough that she can live and stay being a pet mom, and she's perfectly content. She's not going to call anybody else. She's only going to service her clients, which again, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I just need more of those. So then we just hired 2 new ones, which I think actually get it. So they both have been in sales their entire life. They get the understanding. When they did ask about base, and I told them absolutely not, and I told them why, and they both were just like, that's cool. I have no problem with that because I like the commission rate. Because I'm going to be honest with them. I tell them real life scenarios of who our clients are currently, who we're going after, and what that means for them as far as numbers. I have one sales rep who is going after what I would call a big whale. And that big whale buys about $1 million in merch a year. That's one client. If you could find that one client and service them, they're making $150,000 a year. And I guarantee you that's not going to take that much of their time because it's all an online store and big bulk orders. So what a life. And I would really like that account as well. But I go through, you want to get the $100,000 to $200,000 a year accounts because that's what's going to get you a nice living. But I also learned that maybe this isn't the best full-time gig, especially right away for somebody. So I started kind of promoting it as like start as a side hustle, move into a full-time role because you can sell this stuff in your free time. It's not against the rules or anything. I don't care when you sell it. And again, for me, it's all about who you know. It's all about the relationships. So I'm letting those 2 starting to roll. And I know one of them has already had good meetings with bigger companies. She's also slow and meticulous, and that's what her plan is. She's also retired, but she's used to living a very extravagant life because she was very successful in life. So she came to me through a friend, which again, relationships matter, and it's a perfect fit for her. Is she super slow with building the relationships? Yeah, but that's her way. And if it works, she gets 1 or 2 of these that she's had brunch with them on a weekend. So, I mean, that's pretty good if you can get the head of a marketing department or a CEO of a company to go have brunch with you on a Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Like, that means they're really willing to listen. And she's just slowly building up those relationships. One is with a big hospital. The other one's with a very large nationwide company. So I got together with my business coach. You'll hear me talk about him a lot. Michael King, check it out because I'm probably going to do a whole episode on that. And I am a longtime non-believer in business coaches, but I also feel like 98% of them are frauds. So that's just me talking, but I found the one that is, to me, not a fraud and actually legit. So we came up with the affiliate program, which I think is a spectacular idea, but I need help promoting it. So I just need help, period. So if you're listening to this, hit me up with your ideas on how to find these salespeople, how to find affiliates. But if you're just doing salespeople, maybe listen to this affiliate idea, because in my mind, it's a win-win for everybody. So the affiliate program is where we find people who have already a full-time job, or they're a housewife or house dad, whatever. Don't want to offend anybody these days. So basically, like, let's say your best friend is head of marketing. Just use State Farm for this one, just because I know they're a nationwide company. So let's just say your best friend is head of marketing and merch buying at State Farm Insurance. Well, hey, get me in touch with her. And if she starts buying merch from us, we're going to give you a 10% commission on all sales. Not just their first one, just for the life of it. Because especially if it's me doing the sales basically through an affiliate, I don't have to pay the commission. So I normally pay 15% commission. Well, I'm going to give somebody 10 for not doing a damn thing except for introducing me to somebody. So how hard is that? So obviously the dream affiliate is somebody with connections in marketing or business development at a big company, a cousin, a sister, a friend. Just get me in the room. This is the easiest money in the world. And if you just know one person, the hardest part is finding these people and getting the word out. So that's what I've been really focusing on. And again, we got $0 marketing budget. So what do? We put a thing on LinkedIn that I'm hiring and just get flocked with every single person overseas who says they can sell stuff. That's not really what we're going for either. So I don't want to post generic "we're hiring" ad, because it's a side hustle. It's not hiring. You can make one group text and make thousands of dollars a year. So how do we push this out? And it can be based anywhere in the United States. We ship everywhere. It doesn't matter to me. So it's basically a referral program on steroids. And I have to tell you that it has worked to an extent. I get emails randomly because I have it on my website. If you want to check it out, perch-merch.com, you can see the whole affiliate page, because I'm trying to push it, because why wouldn't somebody want to do that? You could pay for your vacations for the year without doing any extra work. I made a TikTok video about it, and I got an email from somebody who's in the business who was interested in doing it. I had my insurance agent, like I said, I offered her it, and I'm still in the final works with a big, larger company that I'm really hoping to get next week. So I'll give you an update on that. I'll also give you an update on my 10 outreaches a day and how it's going, because I'm not going to lie, I've taken a week off basically of it because I've been drowning in business, and which is a wonderful problem. But again, at the same time, you can't stop. So me and my inside sales rep, Henry, we said, okay, starting Monday, we got to get back at our outreaches, because we know this isn't going to last forever, and we can't slow down. We're not at a point where anybody can slow down, and we're not at a point where any of the salespeople are selling anything extra. Again, we hope the 2 new ones do good, but nothing has happened yet. It's also first month of them. So my question to other business owners out there are, how are you finding your salespeople? Are you paying them base plus commission? Because I just can't do it. I've just feel like I've been conned by multiple people for the base. Again, I have lost $50,000 in base salaries for people who didn't even bring me $50,000 in total sales. But finding obviously a commission-based salesperson is very difficult. But again, like, I give real life examples of our current clients who we're going after and how much they would make off of that. So you're not going to go to every small diner and sell them merch. That's not a thing. Don't get me wrong. I have a pizza place that buys about $25,000 worth of merch a year in this town. And I love them as a client, and I love their pizza. But they're famous enough where they're selling this stuff because they've been around for 50 years. So again, I invite somebody, especially if it's something that they have found that works. Again, zero marketing though. So we're not going to pay for ads for this. But how do we find salespeople? How do we find affiliates? Because both of those are key to basically any business growing. So if you're listening to this, you already know that. And if you're just a founder-led salesperson, just think if you could find another you and just pay them commission. Like, how do we find those people? So that's what I'm still working on, because I just can't take the loss anymore. And I'm just hoping to find that one complete winner. So I'm just looking to find that one highly motivated, work hard person. Because I say all the time, like, if my businesses did fail and I needed to get a job, I'd probably get a job being a salesperson for a company like mine, because it's easy and it's fun. It's something everybody needs, something everybody's excited about. Every business loves getting stuff with their business name on it. Nobody's like, "Ah, man, that's stupid." That's not how it works. Everybody's excited to see me if I deliver stuff for in-town people, the employees and the owners. So again, this podcast isn't a motivational pep talk. It's not theory. It's rebuilding a business in real time on shoestring budgets. So this is how we're doing it. One rep, one client, one referral at a time. So with that, I'm out.